How's it going, guys? My name is Instincts, and today I'll be sharing 5 pieces of lost video game media with you. Dragon Ball Z Buchigiri Match was a browser-based card game based on the anime series launched in Japan on May 2018 and shut down on March 2020. Relying on the gacha style of mobile game monetization, the game was reportedly closed due to failure to make enough money, likely due to the game being a browser only, or because the developer being unable to go global. Thanks to the strength of the Dragon Ball mobile game community, the game was able to pick up notoriety and a decent cult following, spawning its own subreddit and devoted players willing to translate and play the game publicly. A Nightmare on Elm Street is a 1990 action platformer released on the NES based on the horror film series of the same name. It was created by British-based developer Rare, known for games such as Donkey Kong 64 and the Banjo-Kazooie series, and published by LJN, who are infamous for releasing licensed games of a very poor quality, especially on the NES. The gameplay would focus around the teenage player character traveling to different locations in Elm Street to find and destroy Freddy Krueger's bones, the only method of permanently killing him, all while attempting to keep the sleep meter from depleting. When the bar emptied, the character is transported to the dream world where they can be openly attacked by Freddy and a multitude of superpowered enemies. To defend themselves, the character can collect tokens that can turn them into one of several special dream roles, such as the wizards and ninjas. Most, if not all, of the gameplay and story elements are directly lifted from the third movie in the series, The Dream Warriors. 1 vs 100 Live was an Xbox 360 adaptation of the TV game show 1 vs 100, where a single player, the One, had to answer the trivia questions against 100 other players, the Mob. During gameplay, players as their Xbox Live avatars from around the world competed for Microsoft points, the currency of Xbox Live. During special play hours, players could either be the One, part of the Mob, or just spectating and playing along in the crowd. The game was free to play for anyone with Xbox Live Gold. In addition to the main game, there was also 1 vs 100 extended play, where players can play as part of the Mob without the possibility of winning Microsoft points. These were also only available during special play hours. This game, it remains partially lost. Daredevil was a canceled 2003 third-person beat-em-up action game based on the Marvel superhero comic book series of the same name that was developed by 5,000 Feet and was to be published by Encore Inc. for the PlayStation 2, Xbox, and PC. After a troubled development history, the game was canceled before it was released. The game's plot was an original story, partly inspired by the comic book story Elektra Lives Again, as it would start off with claims that Daredevil's archenemy, the Kingpin, has been assassinated. Futurama is a 3D platform game developed by Unique Development Studios and released by SCI. Based on the animated sci-fi comedy of the same name, it tasks the player to complete a variety of shooting and platform-based levels in order to stop Mom's plan after she becomes supreme ruler of Earth. Released for the PlayStation 2 and Xbox in August 2003, a GameCube port of the game was also in development, but was ultimately cancelled a few months before the other ports were released.